Hello to all CENIMASTER lovers. Hope you enjoy watching. Let's get started. The movie begins with the voice of Hiccup telling us about his village called Beth. While other villages suffer from pests like mice or mosquitoes, their village suffers from something far worse: dragons. Most people would leave their village in situations like this, but not them, because they are Vikings. They have stubbornness issues. Hiccup is seen as a weak person, so whenever the other Vikings see him outside, he is always told to go inside. Even his father is really pissed seeing him outside. His father's name is Stoic the Vast, the chief of the tribe. Hiccup goes back to the workshop where he usually assists the village blacksmith, Gobber, to make weapons. He shows us children his age who are allowed to fight, especially his crush Astrid. Hiccup begs Gobber to let him fight so he can earn his marks, promising that in 2 minutes he will kill a dragon. But Gobber answers that it's impossible for him since he can't lift a hammer or swing an axe. Hiccup hopes that one day he gets out there because killing a dragon is the way things are done here. He names some dragons like the Naytouters and Gronels. Taking down one of those will definitely get him a girlfriend or elevate his status. But his main target is the most deadly dragon no one has ever seen, called the Night Fury. No one has ever killed a Night Fury. That's why he is determined to be the first. Just as Gobber leaves the workshop in Hiccup's care because they need him in the battle, Hiccup sees this as an opportunity to unleash his plans. He pushes his secret weapon and climbs a really high mountain. He waits patiently for the Night Fury to pass so he can capture it. He accidentally shoots the weapon and is so happy when he realizes he hit the Night Fury. Unfortunately, a dragon attacks him from behind, but his father shows up to his rescue and uses his exceptional skills to fight it, forcing the dragon to retreat in fear. Because of Hiccup's carelessness, massive destruction occurs in the village, and this gives the dragons the chance to collect almost half of their sheep. Hiccup apologizes to his father and talks about how he managed to hit a Night Fury, but his dad tells him to stop. Every time he steps outside, disaster follows. Can he not see he has bigger problems? Winter is almost here and he has an entire village to feed. Hiccup tells his dad that he's also a Viking, so it's his duty to kill a dragon when he sees one. But his father replies that he has many things, but a dragon killer is not one of them. Just as Gobber takes him back home upon his father's orders, the other children mock and laugh at him. Gobber tells Hiccup to stop trying so hard to be something he's not, but Hiccup goes inside, so disappointed. We see him coming out from the back door of the house and running into the forest. Hiccup's dad, Stoic, holds a meeting with the other Vikings where everyone is worried that if they don't finish the dragons will finish them. Stoic lets them know that the only way to get rid of them is to find the dragon's nest and destroy it. Then the dragons will leave and find another home. He wants them to follow him to search for the nest. But upon noticing they are scared to embark on such a dangerous journey, he threatens that whoever chooses to stay behind will look after Hiccup, making them all prefer to join him on the journey. Stoic tells Gobber to stay behind and train some new recruits. Gobber suggests he should put Hiccup in training with the others, but Stoic believes Hiccup will be killed before he lets the first dragon out of its cage. Gobber tells Stoic that he can't stop Hiccup. The only thing he can do is prepare him. He won't always be around to protect him. Hiccup, while exploring in the forest, sees a broken tree branch. He goes a bit further to find out what caused it, and he surprisingly sees the wounded Night Fury lying helplessly on the ground. He is so happy upon noticing his weapon is what tied down the dragon. He takes out a knife, convincing himself that he is going to kill the Night Fury and take it to his father, but he doesn't have the heart to take its life. He decides instead to use the knife to free the dragon. But after he does that, the Night Fury pounces on him in anger. Hiccup is really terrified, but the dragon steps back and flies away. Later that night, Hiccup tries to sneak back inside the house, but his father catches him. He tells Hiccup that he gets his wish. Tomorrow morning, he shall begin his training on how to kill dragons. But Hiccup now has a change of heart, as he isn't interested in killing dragons anymore, but Stoic lets him know his decision is final. Hiccup must join training tomorrow while he embarks on a journey with the other Vikings to find the dragon nest. The next morning, the children are brought to the arena to begin their dragon training. Gobber will be the one training them. Gobber tells the children, including Hiccup, that behind the doors are just a few of the many species of dragons they will learn to fight. Gobber suddenly lets a dragon out of its cage, as his lesson for them today is survival. Gobber tells them that if they get touched by the dragon flames, they will be eliminated. Almost all the children are eliminated apart from Hiccup and Astrid. The dragon attacks Hiccup, but Gobber saves him, reminding him that a dragon will always go for the kill. But Hiccup goes back to the forest, wondering why the Night Fury didn't go for the kill when it had the chance. He sees the Night Fury struggling to fly and draws it in his book, wondering why it doesn't fly. He then noticed the other part of its wings is wounded. Later that night, Gobber gives the children a dragon manual since they failed their first training, so they can learn everything they need to know about a dragon there. None of the children are interested to read the book, so Hiccup takes the book home to study it. He finds everything about how powerful each dragon is, but he doesn't find anything about a Night Fury. The next morning, the children begin another training class. Gobber tells them today's training is all about attack, because the dragon they are fighting now is a species called gnats, who are quick and light on their feet. This time, only Astrid managed to pass the training. She yells at Hiccup for not doing anything. Their parents' war is about to become theirs. He should figure out which side he's on. Later that afternoon, Hiccup enters the forest and boldly tries to give the Night Fury a fish. He throws all his weapons, making the dragon come close and eat the fish. Hiccup tries all ways to befriend the dragon, but the dragon keeps avoiding him. He gets bored and starts drawing on the floor, and this gets the Night Fury's attention. To his surprise, the Night Fury takes a stick and also joins him in drawing on the ground. It was a game the Night Fury wants him to play. Just after that, Hiccup stretches out his hand, closing his eyes, and to his disbelief, he finally touches the dragon, which he names Toothless. Hiccup immediately goes to the workshop to craft a wing for the Night Fury. He brings lots of fish for Toothless to keep it distracted while he fixes the artificial wing. When he manages to do that, the Night Fury flies him really high into the sky with him, so happy that his craft worked. The next day of training, Hiccup manages to send a poisonous dragon back to its cage, leaving the other children and Gobber so surprised. Another day of training, Hiccup manages to tame another dragon, making the children try and get close to him out of curiosity, apart from Astrid, who seems jealous and suspicious. Hiccup's dad, Stoic, returns back with his army so disappointed that their journey was in vain since they didn't find the dragon's nest. But Stoic's mood changes when he finds out that Hiccup is just like a celebrity in the town because he has this unbelievable way of taking down dragons. Meanwhile, we see Hiccup in the sky flying with Toothless. Their bond is much stronger than ever as he teaches the dragon how to fly with the artificial wing he placed on it. Stoic meets Hiccup concerning the great news he's been hearing about him. For the first time in his life, he's so proud as a father. He can't wait to witness Hiccup ripping out the guts of a dragon. Seeing his father is really misunderstanding his perspectives about dragons, Hiccup stylishly excuses himself. The village elder chooses Hiccup as the winner of the training over Astrid, and due to this, he is finally going to get to kill a dragon tomorrow as his final exam, which Hiccup isn't happy about. Astrid, out of curiosity to know what made Hiccup this good at taming dragons, tails him to where he always goes inside the forest. She asks Hiccup to tell her who's training him or what he's hiding. The Night Fury suddenly comes out from nowhere and tries to attack Astrid, but Hiccup calms it down, assuring it that she's his friend. Astrid runs away out of fear. So Hiccup makes the Night Fury capture her and place her on a tree really high in the sky. He wants her to at least give him a chance to explain. He asks her to let him show her. Just as Astrid sits on Toothless, the Night Fury starts to fly roughly to punish Astrid for her attitude. Just when Astrid apologizes, Toothless calms down and starts to fly gently. Toothless flies them to different beautiful places, and Astrid has to admit to Hiccup that this is really cool. She asks Hiccup what he is going to do because he is going to have to kill a dragon on his final exam tomorrow. Something strange suddenly starts to happen when Toothless takes them to somewhere scary. Hiccup sees thousands of dragons there and realizes they're in a dragon's nest, a place where Hiccup's dad would give anything to find. He notices that the dragons are hauling their kills and throwing them inside a pit. Just as he wonders why, a gigantic dragon head suddenly emerges out of it. Astrid tells Hiccup that what they saw is like a beehive. The dragons are the workers, and the big one they saw is their queen. It controls them. Hiccup tells Astrid not to tell his father about the dragon nest because that will put Toothless's life in danger. She should give him at least tomorrow to figure things out. The day of the exams is finally here, and we see the whole village around the arena chanting Hiccup's name. Just as they let one of the most dangerous dragons out of its cage, the whole crowd watches silently waiting for Hiccup to hit the dragon. But to their surprise, Hiccup drops his weapon and calms the dragon, explaining to everyone that they don't have to kill dragons. But an angry Stoic demands that the fight should be stopped, making the dragon violent from his yelling. Toothless senses Hiccup to be in danger and flies out of the forest. Just as the dragon pounces on Hiccup, Toothless shows up and attacks the dragon with his blue fire. All the Vikings immediately enter the arena upon seeing Toothless and attack him. They pin Toothless down when Hiccup begs Toothless not to be violent and locks it up. Hiccup tries to tell his dad that Toothless isn't dangerous. He was just protecting him. Stoic replies that they killed hundreds of them, but Hiccup tries to make him understand that the dragons were only defending themselves. The dragons raid them because they have to. If they don't bring enough food to the nest, they will be eaten themselves. Realizing that Hiccup has found the dragon's nest, Stoic sets out to find it and tells Hiccup that he is not a Viking and is not his son. Stoic and his army get their ships ready, and they also took Toothless with them to serve as navigator to where the dragon's nest is located. Meanwhile, Hiccup is really sad because he knows his father and the other Vikings are walking right to their death. Astrid asks him what he can do about it, and something really crazy suddenly gets to Hiccup's mind. He goes inside the cell where the dragons are locked up and teaches the children how to tame each dragon. On the other hand, Stoic and his army finally found the dragon nest. They ready their traps and weapons and plan their strategy to attack. When Stoic and the Vikings attack the nest, they notice the dragons aren't attacking them, but all running away. They all cheer up, believing they have won the war against the dragons. Only Stoic knew this isn't over and orders the Vikings to form their ranks. The gigantic dragon suddenly comes out from the cave. This dragon is the most massive dragon the Vikings have ever seen. The Vikings are forced to retreat, but Gobber and Stoic decide to stay to serve as a distraction to give the others enough time to escape. When the gigantic dragon tries to kill them, Hiccup and his friends show up with their tamed dragons to fight it. The ship where Toothless is tied up is destroyed, making him drown, but Hiccup is able to dive into the ocean in time and saves Toothless. Before Hiccup rides Toothless, Stoic calls him and tells him how sorry he is for everything. Hiccup lures the giant dragon away while the villagers watch and cheer for him. He takes the giant dragon really high in the sky and lands an attack using Toothless's blue fire, and this makes the dragon fall to the ground, causing a massive explosion. Stoic and the Vikings are sad thinking Hiccup is dead, but Toothless reveals he is alive, making them cheer up. Hiccup wakes up at home and is really shocked to see the entire Vikings now bonding with dragons, and Astrid kisses him. And that was how the movie ended. Thank you for watching, guys. If you love animation movies, please subscribe to this channel and keep watching. Bye. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get more new videos.